Hey folks, welcome to the Nerdy Cool Dad podcast. It is, what the hell day is it? It's May 15th, and this is episode 36. I got a really random show ahead of you, or for you today. I was talking a lot about Mario over the last few days. I'm just super pumped because there's so many cool things coming out. Paper Mario, the new one's coming out in July, so I've never played a Paper Mario game, but I think I might give this a go. It looks like a lot of fun, so we'll check that out. But something pretty synonymous with Mario is mushrooms, right? And it got me thinking about, there's a lot of issues with depression, things like that going on right now during COVID-19, having to stay home and a lot of issues in that regard. And so I started doing some research into psilocybin, which is magic mushrooms, if you're not familiar with the term, and its effects with depression. So I thought it was pretty interesting. A lot of people like the problem is, there is a lot of research on this. However, because it's still considered an illegal substance, they can only go so far with it, right? But the treatments that they have offered people with severe mental disorders, or not mental disorders necessarily, even though depression is, people with severe depression and anxiety disorders, they were able to break through walls like instantly, within a week, tops sort of thing, or even instantly. They've seen huge improvements with people's attitudes and ability to kind of get over those big humps that they've had. Even trying medications, different things that people have tried using psilocybin was a hell of a lot more effective. So it's super cool. And in some instances, for the most part, it restarts your brain in a way that allows you to get through those issues you've been having. So super cool. You can have lasting effects for 5 weeks or even longer. It could be 6 months. Now, don't quote me on everything because I haven't done like a significant amount of research, but I feel like, I've had conversations with people that have studied this a lot, and they've given me the same sort of information. So, it's in my opinion, it's a hell of a lot better than taking medication if that's something that you're willing to do. I'm not a doctor, so don't take every word I say as truth by any means, but it is super cool. Really, the only drawbacks is if you couldn't handle taking mushrooms or something like that, and you had like a super bad trip, or some people just aren't wired to be able to handle that sort of thing. And then the fact that it is technically still illegal. They're easy to get. You can order them online if you really want to. If it's something you want to try out, by all means, give it a go, see how it goes, and hopefully maybe that's the pick-me-up you needed this whole time. If you're feeling super depressed and you want to get out of the house but you can't, maybe this is an option. So don't say I told you to do it necessarily. You make your own decision. Sorry, I gotta adjust the old camera here. I think it's super cool, super fascinating. Something that if you're interested in, do some more research. Do your own primary research. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's worth checking out. Outside of the whole mushroom game, it is May 2-4, so a lot of people are probably doing mushrooms on a May 2-4 camping weekend. And camping technically, I think, opened. Not that you'd want to, in Southern Ontario, it's pretty shitty weather. It's supposed to get warm this weekend, but mostly rain. I think we get sunshine tomorrow. But that's about it. Do what you gotta do. Have fun. On a completely different note, kind of. The Ontario government, they've released some, phase one of their, restart the economy. And for the most part, it's, as I mentioned, camping, golf courses are open, and they're going to start opening seasonal businesses and different things like that. So yeah, I mean, I think as long as you can adhere, as long as your business can adhere to social distancing guidelines, I think you're good for the most part. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens and how this all pans out. I mean, I've said this on so many people, or to so many people, on so many forums and Facebook, whatever. Um, Coronavirus is not going away anytime soon. We have to basically get used to it. So this is our new norm for a while. I don't expect there to be a vaccine anytime soon. I don't expect anything of that nature. So we're gonna have to get used to continuing to be cautious and just be smart about it. Don't go into a huge crowded room. I mean, we've all seen photos circulating around social media from the U.S., kind of some states opening up and people cramming into restaurants, and those restaurants that are not following protocol. I mean, I hope they got a pretty bad fine for going that route. But yeah, it is what it is. On a completely opposite, this is kind of where I was going before I went back to something that was on topic, but yeah. Obviously, I've mentioned I work in the tech industry, and I'm starting to how do I say this? I saw an article yesterday about Jeff Bezos, and someone I'm not that big of a fan of, believe it or not. I may have cursed his name a few times, and the article basically said that by 2026, he could be the world's first trillionaire. That's insane. What the fuck do you need $1 trillion for? And what are you doing to get $1 trillion? Like, I know Amazon's, Amazon, all right, a huge company. Coronavirus is only actually making it more of a necessity for people. And to me, it's sickening, to be perfectly honest, for someone to have that amount of wealth when there's so much poverty going on in the world. I've really, it's just doesn't sit well with me. I'm at the point right now where I'm very strongly considering just boycotting Amazon altogether. Now, I know it's convenient. You need something, you order it, it's there. But there has to be other means. It's just because, it's so convenient that people go there first before even looking elsewhere. And I can make some arguments that, you do have some local vendors on Amazon selling their wares. I don't know how many. Maybe I got to do some more research into that before I kibosh this completely. But I'm really trying to go out of my way to buy local. For example, I need a new washer. My dishwasher is fucked, and yeah, I'm going to a local. I'm going to Patty's Market. That's where I'm going to buy a new dishwasher, because I know they're in the Durham area where I live, and I hear their ads on the radio all the time on the country music station. So I'm gonna give them a go and see how it is. And so far so good. The thing is, a lot of these small companies, they don't have the capability to keep up with an Amazon. I want to buy local, and I'm gonna have to basically go out of my way to do that, which is okay. I think it's worth it to do it in the end. But I'm hoping that some of them can kind of step up their e-commerce game if possible. Maybe there's marketplaces they can take advantage. I know they're so flooded, so it is kind of tough. But yeah, hopefully they can figure it out. If you're looking for someone to figure it out for you, give me a shout. I can do that. There's plenty of resources out there, from Shopify to building your own e-commerce solution, or just outsourcing it. Not everything has to be super expensive if you find the right people to do it for you. But yeah, I mean, in some cases, like going to Patty's Market, for example, they've got great product, but their website's shitty. They don't have pictures on most of the things. They don't have pricing on it. You have to email back and forth to get information on the products you're interested in. And that's just, that doesn't cut it in today's society where everything's convenient and you get everything up front. So if you want to compete and you're a local company, you really need to focus on doing the right things and getting a proper e-commerce presence. If COVID-19 hasn't taught you how important that is, I don't know what will. So I'm really rooting for the small guys here, and I'm going to do my best as a consumer to not go the convenient route and just order something on Amazon and just business as usual. And on that remark, I mean, I ordered some stuff on Amazon recently. It still hasn't showed up. It's several days late, so what the fuck? It's not even convenient anymore. But there's other things kind of going on there. Even the LCBO, for example. Now it's probably the product that we ordered. My wife's really into those White Claws, so they're allowing you to order online. So we ordered the case of them more than a week ago. We still haven't had a notification about when we're getting that or when we can come pick it up. So yeah, what can you do, right? But yeah, just the idea, kind of going back to the whole Jeff Bezos thing, like, it just makes me cringe that I don't see the point in having billionaires, let alone trillionaires. That's an insane amount of money. Like, it just, it begs the question, like, how many people did you have to step on to get to that point? Like, why would someone need that much money? Even having $1 million is a lot of money. You could spend it on a house these days pretty easily. So it's not what it was, 30 years ago. However, $1 billion is a lot of fucking money, and you don't need that much money. I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe I'm just a well-wisher, and I'm just naive, but it is what it is, right? Outside of that, we've got as I mentioned, we got the long weekend. I've got a bit of a beef with fireworks. At the best of times, I think fireworks are a complete waste of money. But during a crisis like this, do you really need to be spending money on fireworks? Just so them go off in the air and go, woo. Yeah, I think it's a huge waste of money. If you've got money to burn on fireworks, maybe you should donate it somewhere else. I don't know. Just my opinion. I think they're a huge waste of money. I don't even know where you're buying them. It's not like you can go in those shitty trucks anymore, sitting in the Canadian Tire parking lot. I don't know. Maybe you can. I haven't really been out, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really see the appeal of it. And, as a parent, do I really want to stay up till like 10 o'clock with my kid when they're supposed to be in bed by like 7:30, 8 o'clock? The answer is no. And, yeah, I think most of the parents will agree with me on that. But, I think it's a little bit different when the town throws a big thing and everyone shows up. I think that's kind of nice. But for me to drop like $150, $200 on fireworks on the best of times is, I don't know. In my opinion, it's kind of ridiculous, but to each their own. But yeah, that's my show for today. I just want to kind of keep it somewhat short and sweet, and have a great long weekend. I may or may not have some content over the weekend. We'll see. But remember to subscribe to my channel and share and like and tell everyone about old John here. All right, take care.